computer. Okay. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, depends on where you're at. So it's probably 12:30 your time, Kel, huh? You
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, Zoom call. Summer's ending. Is fall gonna look anything different than summer has looked? I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, COVID, fun.
Mm,
Mm,
lovely.
yeah, we'll just move right on. If you're
Yeah.
like me, go ahead.
I just said, yeah, I agree. Let's move on.
Yeah, I need more joy in my life, more positivity, and I've been spending a lot of time, researching and understanding what's right for me and my family as it relates to COVID and vaccines and treatments and masks and social distancing and my grandkids going to school. All of that has been very concerning to me. And like I said, I am one that does my homework and makes my decisions based on homework, not necessarily what the government tells me, because
Right.
frankly, I don't feel like the government has our best interests at heart.
I agree.
So, I mean, you all can make your own decisions, but I say all that to say we need some joy in our life. We need some peace. We need some, some encouragement. And I've been trying to really get back into my Juice Plus business and talk about health and wellness, because I believe that's really where what got us in this mess to begin with, is not coming from a place of health and wellness. Hi, Jennifer. You are on mute if you wanted to unmute yourself or not. um, Hey, good morning. You know Kelly Dennis, huh, Jennifer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
okay.
on one of the other calls last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I was just talking about how I really want to find some joy in my life and get back into having something besides, all the stuff surrounded with COVID surround my brain. And so I've been trying to get back into my Juice Plus business. And I've got some really exciting things for you to share as it relates to our products, you guys. We have all kinds of product announcements coming out that I think are going to be really fun for you all to hear. Um, but again, wanting to bring joy to your lives. If you're like me, you need something more positive, and I hope you're all finding outlets for that. And for me, it's been getting back into nutrition and health in my Juice Plus business, and really trying to figure out where I can find joy in that. Um, we're going to go over some of these announcements, but is there anything, and you may not have the answer to that right now, but is there anything we can offer as a team? Is there any training we can offer? Are there anything we can offer as far as challenges for our customers, our prospects, that we think would bring value to our businesses? Does anybody? And we did just do a water challenge that wasn't well attended, but again, everybody's busy and distracted. I had 6 or 8 people, and they had a lot of fun, the ones that did it. I was in the middle of my grandkids being here then. I did participate, but wasn't able to connect that well. But anyway, any comments about anything we could bring to the table that would add to your Juice Plus business?
I don't have anything that comes to mind right now.
Yeah, I have to think about it.
How are any of you active that are on the call active in your Juice Plus business, or is it something that you need to kickstart again? I mean, are you talking to people? Is it on your radar?
I feel like I am in the process of kickstarting it again. Coming on these calls was a big part of it. Getting involved with staying in connection with you again and Deanna. And I am wanting to, I've been in Juice Plus now 10 plus years, and I still 100% believe in the product, and I should be sharing it. So I've started sharing it, and I've actually got 2 or 3 recent new clients, and they're friends and family, but I still want to continue to grow it, only because I believe in the product so much. And this is a good time, during COVID, it's a good time to share it. So I'm in the process of getting it started again. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Jen, you want to?
So I'm having to, I feel like I'm having to re-educate myself. Like I'm going back and I'm watching all the videos again, because I used to be able to recite the DVDs that we had. And but I can't do that anymore.
Well, and
So I
here's
have
the
to
deal.
re-educate
There's
myself. And
lots of new changes coming out. Not only for our
oh,
products, but our, how we do business and our our websites and our virtual office, I'm going to tell you, is going to be changing again, and lots of changes. So, even if you're coming in, maybe you feel behind the 8 ball, it's a great time to come in because we're all starting kind of at the same place again. We have a new compensation plan. We have new positions. The prices change, lots of changes in 2020. Along with all this COVID mess, we've seen just, lots and lots of changes. So I think we're all feeling a little bit discombobulated. Is that a fair statement, Jen?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
overwhelmed with it. It's like it's easier to just ignore it than to like get into it. And I don't want that because I'm becoming complacent and I don't know what I need to know.
And I think that's maybe what I'm saying, Jen, is how can we all restart together, because there's just everything has changed, from our pricing to our positions to now we're changing the websites and the virtual office I'm going to tell you about. We're changing products. It's like, and all the distractions that we have. So trying to, as a leader, and you guys are all leaders as well, let's try to kind of hone in on what can be the most valued added bang for our buck. To even, like, if you were to sell a tower garden, like I had to go back and just do some training on how to sell a tower garden, or how to present a marketing plan, what we now call the compensation. There's just lots of things that we could do training on. There's lots of great training out there that I can maybe put together to show you guys if you're doing this. I'd like to start some units in our Mission Possible to say, here's how to present the compensation plan. Here's how to sell a tower garden, maybe, or, I don't know. I'm looking for those kinds of suggestions as well. So as you guys think about it today, if you want to shoot me a text or a message and just, tell me how we can be most beneficial. But anything else you wanted to add, Jen?
No, it's just crazy. It's billet season right now. And so my brain is like in many different directions.
Okay, well, let's focus in here for the next 30 minutes. I want you guys to hear what I'm going to say. I've got lots of fun things to share with you. Then we'll go back to our lives. But I was just adding, Jen, too, with Kelly, that I just need some positivity. I need to be able to start reading and talking to people about something besides COVID. It's consumed me for the last little while, and I want to move on. And so I've been listening to some calls, going to some trainings, just trying to get organized again. And I have been inspired, and I hope what I share today inspires you all. So let's get started. First of all, you guys know that we are not having a conference this fall. The fall conference is in-person. Live conference has been canceled, but we are having an at-home conference once again. We do have dates. They are October 8th and 9th is the home edition. The registration opens on the 1st of September. There might be a nominal fee just to get people, to make a commitment if they're going to register. They're also, for the first time ever, going to have a kickoff global. So worldwide, all of Juice Plus is going to do a global event on October 3rd, first time ever. So that might be kind of fun, interesting to see how that looks from a global perspective. So again, October 3rd is kind of the kickoff for all of the events, the fall conferences, if you will. And then our conference is 8 and 9, the home edition. Europe's got one on the 17th and 18th, and Australia on the 24th of October. So just a little idea of what's going on this fall. And we are celebrating 50 years with our company.
Wow.
We're having our 50th
wow.
anniversary. Yeah, that's pretty amazing for this type of company. So go Juice Plus. Love that. What's coming up? Mid-September, you guys. They have been working on our digital footprint. We are going to have an all-new website, all-new virtual office, which is now going to be called My Juice Plus. stay tuned. It's going to knock your socks off, as I understand it. And they're going to have all kinds of videos on training and how to use it and how to share how to use the website. I don't know. Do you guys use your MyJuice Plus or your juiceplus.com website? Do you ever use it?
I do.
Do you? How do you use it?
I've been, like I said, I've been watching all the videos.
How about with your customers?
No, I haven't, because I'm shy on how to do that. I don't even know how to copy a link and send a link right now. I wish I did. I'm trying to get to that point.
Do you use it, Jen?
Yeah, I send the research. I have the research saved, and so and it's obviously linked to my website, so they can go and read the research, and then they can go and look at like the product right afterwards if they want to.
And I have very few people that want to see the research, or at least the last little while. I don't use our website. I use just individual videos, and there's also a link on our One Simple Change. So onesimplechange.com. If you don't know about that website, Kelly, that's resources for our customers. And there's a particular link that I use that sends them to like 3 or 4 different videos. And so again, that's usually enough or more than enough for people. And so they don't, I just don't have a reason to use the website. So I'm excited to see how the new website's going to play out, how we're going to use it. Also, are you guys aware of, are you seeing in your Facebook feeds all of the recognition that's been happening on Facebook? Has anybody seen that? Are you part of that?
Like on the on Jennifer's team?
No, it's company-wide. Instead of conferences, they are now doing all this recognition for, it's usually QSSC and above, maybe sales coordinator above. I think it's actually sales coordinator above, where they're recognizing all of the promotions, and we're seeing it in our feeds. I will get a link out to you guys that you should friend and follow so that you get to see all the recognition. It's kind of fun. That's one of the things they're really working on as a company, is recognition. So stay tuned for more information on that. And I will put the link on our Mission Possible Facebook page for you guys to click on. Has anybody been using Add More Good campaign, the what we were calling the Children's Health Study campaign, but it's now Add More Good, where you can offer someone the complete shakes for $5 for 15 servings to try a pouch. Has anybody tried or used that campaign?
No.
So it goes through the end of August.
Okay.
And I just sold a family on Juice Plus. They had 2 health studies, mom with 1 child and dad with 1 child. They each ordered a complete shake so they could try the chocolate with 1 order and the vanilla with the other, and they ended up ordering the shakes. They loved them. Apparently 70% of the time that you are using that $5 free, because that's $5 covers the shipping, shakes with your health study, 70% of the times they're actually ordering the complete shakes. So it's been hugely successful. 16,000 families in June and July have been added to the health study through the Add More Good campaign. So if you are not telling people about it, and again, that's 15 servings for $5 when our servings are about $2.50 a serving, $2.30 something a serving. So that's a really good deal for them to be able to try our shakes.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten an email that looked like one of my customers had ordered that. She was already an existing customer. So I thought that it was only for new family health studies, but she was already a current family health study and was able to add that on to her order.
I was under the understanding that they could not do it if they were not.
Let me look for the email. It was actually Anique.
Huh. And she's been around for a while.
Well, she just recently became a customer early this year, maybe, but it was after the campaign started. Maybe it was last year. Let me look. You can talk about other things. I'll look
Okay.
it up if I find it.
I will follow. I would love to know. Yeah, why don't you just forward me the email? I'll follow up on that because there'd been lots of discussion in our mastermind about why are we not offering it to existing customers. It's kind of like the cable or your phone. They offer the new people good deals, and the existing people they like whatever. I guess you're a customer already, so we don't really care about you, kind of thing. I know they were discussing that. Corporate was taking the line that drawing a line in the sand and said no, it's only for new. So I would. Maybe I'm not in the know on that, and I will follow up on that. So thanks for bringing that to my attention, Jen.
I'll look for the.
And for those of you that know Jay Martin, you know that he has written a first book. He has now written the second book. He's very fun. He's got a great writing style, and he was going to offer it free to all of the reps that came to the conferences and to the summer summits and so forth. And since we haven't done that, he's found a way to offer it to everyone for free. And that is through, if you order something from Juice Plus Promotions, they will throw in a free book of Jay Martin's. You can order additional ones too. I think it's $10 for 2, but if you want Jay's book, go ahead and order something through Promotions and you'll get his book. I imagine it will be entertaining. The first one certainly was. Okay, you guys, let's talk about product updates. Any questions so far on what I've talked about? Okay, did anyone get a chance to try Lyft?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay. For those of you that don't know what Lyft is or was, Lyft was an energy drink. We tried to introduce something in the market to compete with these high sugary, high caffeine energy drinks. And we introduced a product called Lyft. And actually it didn't go that well. They prototyped it. They offered it, first of all, to national marketing directors, and then it was maybe sales coordinator and above or something. Bottom line is the taste was tough. You had to get used to the taste. And, for those of us that are Juice Plus reps and understand our products, it's great to get used to something, but if you have to sell something that they have to get used to and they don't love it out of the chute, that doesn't go real well. And so it actually went dark. They decided to pull it. And it's mainly because of taste, but the the ingredients were so unique and people love them. That they realized they wanted to do something with the ingredients that they had in that product. They also realized that maybe as a company, we just weren't ready for another product. We just didn't need one more product to sell. So they're doing a little reworking and introducing a brand new complete product, but reworking the existing one. So let me explain what they're doing. For the existing product, they want to maybe repurpose it, retool it, give it more of a niche market. So they're going to make it more of a gut health product. They're going to be adding, I believe there's some either pre or probiotics in it already. Is it probiotics? Do you know, Jen?
In the which one?
Complete.
The complete has the prebiotics, and then the capsules had the probiotics, but they're taking that out.
So they are putting both pre and probiotics into the existing Juice Plus complete product right now. Well, not right now. I'll explain when it's going to come out. But again, they're redoing the existing product. They're going to add prebiotics and probiotics. They're going to add more fiber. They're going to add some more whole food. And ta-da! They are going to offer it in 2 different versions, a soy and a non-soy product.
Oh, wow.
That is huge. But what's interesting about the non-soy product is they're not going to use the standard pea protein and rice protein. They feel like the PCAT amino acid score of those is not that high, and that's one of the reasons they've really kept away from that for now. So they're going to be adding things like lentils and fava beans and seeds like pumpkin seeds, sesame seed, that type of thing. They're going for an amino acid score that is closer to meat. That's what everybody uses as their I guess, their target. And so there's something called a PCAT amino acid score that they are looking for a high score on that. And they think they can accomplish that by using those products or those ingredients in the non-soy version. So there's going to be a non-soy version, and there's going to be a soy version of our existing product. And again, the niche market is going to be more geared towards gut health, okay? But they're also going to introduce a new complete product, or that's what they're working on, that's what their hope is. And they're going to add those ingredients from the Lift product. So they're going to make it more of a, they're calling it a product for a super active lifestyle. So they're upping the grams of protein to 25. I think our current one has, is it 14 grams?
13, I think.
Grams?
I think it's 13.
13. The new one's going to be 25 grams of soy. But this is going to be just a soy version. They're not going to do a non-soy and a soy of this new product, but it's going to be 25 grams of protein. It's going to be based on the soy protein. It's going to have B vitamins in it, the natural B vitamins, and they're going to be using the beetroot and the tart cherry in this one as well from the Lift. And the reason they want to use those is, I guess, the beetroot and the tart cherry are for muscle recovery. And of course, then the B vitamins are for energy. So again, they want it to be kind of something for that real active lifestyle that you're looking for, a boost. So kind of like an energy drink, but not. It's more of it's a whole food based shake, if you will. But it's going to be a mixed berry or chocolate. It's going to be pink, so I didn't think it would go well with the vanilla. So they think that the flavors are going to be mixed berry or chocolate. I believe all of this will be available sometime before next summer. So maybe they plan on introducing it in the spring conference if we have a conference in the spring, otherwise sometime by next summer.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about all of that. I liked the Lift okay. I never got to use it consistently because I hated the taste so badly.
I didn't mind the taste. My husband and my son would drink it with apple juice because it says you can mix it with juice or water.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was too sweet with the apple juice, but they liked it with the apple juice.
Apparently, the people that got into it felt it was amazing. They loved the recovery, the muscle recovery and so forth. After they worked out, they loved it, but it's never got into it. And that's not all. I've got more for you folks. Are you ready for the next?
Yeah.
They are looking at changing our chewables. And
Really?
Well, let me re-step this or pedal backwards and say either changing them or adding two different versions. And here's why. You know, when someone says, I can't eat, or I can't take pills, I can't take tablets, whatever, you say, oh, we have a chewable version, but you have to take 12 of each a day if you got the Trio Blend, right? Going, oh, okay. And it gets a little old, I think, for people, right? So they are now coming up, they want to create an alternative matrix, they're calling it, so that one chewable will equal one capsule.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
But when they do that, there's going to be a different flavor and a different texture, and they're not sure kids are going to like it.
Ooh.
So they're going to have to do some prototyping, some beta testing, and what they're going to be looking for is input from some reps. I don't know if they'll start with national marketing directors, and then I don't know where they'll go from there, but whether they should keep the same chewables and keep it kid focused and have an adult chewable, or whether, you know, it's palatable enough for kids. They'll be looking for that information or that feedback from reps when they introduce that. And again, they're hoping to maybe do that in the next year as well. That, you know, they're working on it as we speak. So they'll probably be prototyping it, you know, I don't know, within the next 6 months or something. Is that exciting to anybody?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And also the chewables will be individual wrapped. Now, I don't know what that'll be like for carbon footprint for the people that are worried about, you know, that. But they individual wrap those, and she showed us what those are going to look like too. So
Had to keep them softer longer.
yeah, well, you know, the ones that are wrapped, our samples are wrapped, they they go bad quickly. They get hard quickly. And so someone mentioned, it's like, you guys are going to have to do a better job because what we got now is not working.
Yeah, mine are going hard too.
I know mine are too. I never get them used quick enough. And
Mm-hmm.
about the time you are going to do food, they don't have them. And yikes. Okay, so that's the announcements. And I was just going to go over a quick, and I think the answer is yes for you, Jen, and you can maybe help me do this in the last few minutes that we have here. But if you were to sell a tower garden, do you know the difference between first of all, do you all know that we have 2 different versions of tower garden? You all
I
know
did
the
not.
difference. Right. I'm assuming many that are on this call or listening to this call just don't even know much about how to sell a tower garden. You guys, people are very interested not only in the Juice Plus because of what we're going through right now, but in the tower garden, having their own food, because they're just worried about if there's some other craziness coming down the pike that they could have, some fresh, at the very least, fresh greens and stuff. So I want to just make sure, since I've had to do some research on this recently, I want to make sure that you all just understand the difference between the two. And maybe Jen, if you feel like off the cuff, you want to start that, because I know you've sold a lot this summer. If you want to just start out by what you know about the difference between the Tower Garden Flex, which is our current one. So the old one, the one that we all know and love and started out with is now called Tower Garden Flex, and then they introduced Tower Garden Home. So can you just off the cuff, if you want to, if you don't want to, I'll fill in, but you're pretty good at off the cuff, better than I am in plans. So if you want to go ahead and just tell us the difference between the Tower Garden Flex and the Tower Garden Home.
Yes, the biggest difference is size. I've read that they can both be used indoor or outdoor. But the Tower Garden Flex is a bigger unit. The base is bigger. It holds more water. You can stack it, pretty high, so you can add the extension kits on it. You can use lights on it indoor or no lights outdoors. And so you can obviously just kind of grow more. The Tower Garden Home is smaller, more convenient for somebody who lives in a small apartment, who maybe just wants to grow some salad stuff and some herbs. It comes with the, what's the new word that they're using for it? It was microgreens, but they're calling them baby greens. Is that right?
Yep. That's
okay. So it comes with the baby green extension pieces versus the Flex. You have to order that separately. And then it obviously comes with the lights because it's meant to grow indoors. It also comes with wheels. Smaller, the bigger one I think holds 20 gallons. That smaller one is like, what? Yeah, I was going to say 12 or 13 gallons. And then it also, the Home is kind of cool because it's got a little reservoir gauge to tell you how much water is left in the reservoir. So if you're looking at your tower from a distance and you can see the little gauge to see how much water is in there, so you know when to refill it, a little bit more convenient. It comes with wheels on it, so it's easier to move around. Versus the Flex, you have to buy the dolly and set it on the dolly if you want it on a dolly to move around. You cannot use a cage, the support cage with the Home version because it just doesn't have it, but the Flex you can. So if you want to grow tomatoes or viney things that need the cage support, then you want to do the Flex.
So really, so the Flex is not for anything viney. Really geared more for indoors, although it has an outdoor setting, right?
You mean the Home? Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Home. Excuse me. Home. Yes, the newer one, the Home is. So would you say the Home is more plug and play? Do you feel?
It is more plug and play. It's perfect for somebody who just wants to grow indoors. It doesn't have as many well, it's got more plant slots because with the baby green section, there's more plant spots, but you can grow viney stuff in it if you want to put it outside. I think that viney stuff just grows better outside, but I've seen people on the page that have been successful with growing stuff indoors. I think it's great for that gardener who just wants to grow their own fresh herbs, some fresh lettuce, some fresh, things in their house, and it's simple, it's cute, it's little, it's convenient. It doesn't take up a lot of space. The Flex is bigger, does take up a lot of space. The Tower Garden Home is small enough that you can sit it on top of your end table in your dining room or your living room, like on your couch. So it's just a small little, it can sit right on there, and it looks like one of those little, miniature Christmas trees.
Yeah, it's got a 24-inch wide base is what I have written down.
There you go.
So very compact and sleek, and it's pretty, it's sexy, it's really cool. It's very fun.
It's great for going to demonstrations. So if you're going to do events, it's easier to pack up and load up and haul around versus the Flex is just big and heavy and bulky. You got to drain all the water out it, take the plants out, take it apart, put it together. So it's great for doing demonstrations or flea markets or whatever different kind of little shows or presentations with the Tower Garden. The home is so much easier.
So having said all that, either version, in summary, either version can be grown indoors or outdoors. The original Flex is better if you want to grow cucumbers, tomatoes, because you can put a cage on, and that's going to be handier. Otherwise, you're going to have to be kind of creative about how you grow that stuff because you don't have a cage. They both have a lighting system. It's the same lighting system, right? Yep. It doesn't matter which one you have, you've got the same lighting system. So yep. Maybe if you buy, two, a Flex and a Home, and you go back and forth between the two if you want. We grow the Tower Garden Flex indoors, but we grow it downstairs. It does takes up a little bit of space. Let's talk about price. Do you know off the top of your head? I've got a couple of things written down, but do you know?
Well, I know the Home looks more expensive on paper because it comes with lights, versus the Tower Garden Flex looks cheaper on paper because it doesn't come with lights. But if you add the lights and add the dolly and add, accessories and cages, then yes, it's going to be as much or more.
So what I have written down, that was a good explanation. What I have written down without lights to kind of compare apples to apples, this is the best I could do. The Tower Garden old one, the Tower Garden Flex is a, oh, no, I don't have that written down. I have what you earn. I was going to say it's way more than that. It's about the same. Within $10 or $15 without the lights. But what Jen said was the Tower Garden Home includes the wheels if you want wheels. That's the difference there. But what you earn on a Tower Garden Flex, the retail profit is $155. That's just retail profit, and our sales profit, whatever you call it now. Tower Garden Home, you earn $167.50. So about 25% retail profit is what we earn on them. Okay, I hope that's enough for people to get started on the Tower Garden, because I feel like now is as good a time as any to talk to people. We're going into fall. People are not going to be able to grow things outside, getting ready for fall and winter, and being able to grow your own, like we said, your own herbs, your own lettuces. Kohlrabi grows fun indoors. We've grown beans and peas. Again, indoors, anything that flowers, though, you got to be careful about pollination. So you got to be really careful what you grow indoors. Where outdoors, you have the bees, and so you can grow whatever you want. Is that helpful, Kelly? Since you would be coming into this new, do you have any questions? Just on the off the top?
Really do. No questions, but it does help. It inspires me to want to get a home one, because I've never gotten a Tower Garden. Always wanted to, but
Jen is beautiful. She's a great Tower Garden. If you have any questions, she's amazing. We've been growing gardens now for several years. We've been doing them indoors the last 2 or 3 years because we don't have we're in a rental property, and we don't have the right back deck, the right backyard to be able to grow an outdoor one, unfortunately. So, okay, that's what I had for today, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and if there's anything else you guys want to chat about before we stop here.